and welcome to this hypnosis file. This hypnosis file is for all of you pets who want to go on some walkies while having a little bit of extra encouragement along their journey. This file will be an intentionally lighter hypnotic experience that still is able to give you those nice, wonderful vibes. It will also encourage you to go on walks more and more often and feeling a little bit more collared, as well as like you're being brought on with a leash by having me in your earbuds as you continue your journey. So, when you're ready, put on some clothes that is appropriate for the weather, put on some shoes perfect for walking, and let's take a walk together, shall we? I'm so excited to learn about where we're going to go. Perhaps we can take our normal default walking route, being able to go and get some light exercise in while the weather is nice. Or perhaps that we can go on a new adventure, see other areas that we wouldn't normally walk to. Is there any treats involved that we could potentially get you to be able to give you an extra reward for going on this wonderful, wonderful adventure? There's just so much that can go on and do as we go and walk and walk and walk. It's great that you're going out and getting some exercise, that you're able to go and be outside for a bit, being able to just decompress and come along with me. 'Cause you like that, don't you, pet? Being able to just go and have some steps wandering around. There are many places that I enjoy to walk to. I really like the beach where I was able to grow up a little bit. Being able to have the warmth of the sand and the calming waves of the ocean. Being able to just listen to that crash, those waves over and over again. Sometimes there'd be a lightning storm far, far out in the distance where I was perfectly safe, and I could just watch the rain in a place that I was not, being able to enjoy the warmth while the clouds kept the sun from being too hot. Other times I would go on walks late at night, being able to enjoy the moonlit ocean, reflecting and making the beach bright, being able to enjoy a nice evening walk, cooler in the air, but still being able to enjoy seeing all the waves. Or on those nights where the moon wasn't out and the turtles still were walking out, so the beachside homes needed to turn off their lights. Being able to have not a pitch black, but a little bit less light pollution. Being able to stare up at the stars and watch and ponder, allowing just thoughts to go by, not staying on them, but being able to just walk and step and process. I would sometimes listen to ASMR such as this. Other times I would go on those walks and listen to some music, do little jigs up and down the beach, just walking, wandering, no specific timeline in mind, just letting my legs take me to where we needed to go. And for those times that I was no longer near the beach, I would find so many walking paths. When being in more city areas, I would go on walks to grab food if the weather allowed me to be able to walk for 15, sometimes 30 minutes to a restaurant, to be able to sit down and enjoy a meal, spend a little bit of extra time outside of the house, be able to maybe be on my phone, ideally be meeting a friend, and just go and walk and listen and learn, just taking all of those steps, knowing that a treat was in store. The best times was when I was in walking distance of an ice cream place, being able to get a sweet treat as a reward for my steps. But other times when walking within the city, I would instead create little laps depending on how long I wanted my walk to be. A short walk for 15 minutes, a longer walk for 30, with that ideal sweet spot for me being an hour long. More recently, the place I've moved to has had a lot more parks, where I've been seeing people walk their pets with them, being able to see all sorts of cute little dogs of all sizes, some slightly bigger than my foot, others slightly bigger than me, being able to just see them going on, enjoying the wonderful weather when the sky is being able to open up, no longer gray skies, and enjoying the sun. Being able to take a pet on a walk is what inspired me to make this file. To be able to take you with me. To be able to take you to that park. And just be able to enjoy all of that wonderful, wonderful weather. Now, as you walk, being able to just become more and more fixated on my voice, still being motivated to walk, every step bringing you just a little bit more joy, being able to have enough awareness of your surroundings, but otherwise able to enjoy the bliss, the simple joys of being a pet on a leash on a walk, being able to be brought down into a light, wonderful sense of trance. This is why we're able to go on our walking companion treat. Because pets are able to have such simple lives, don't they? Being able to lounge around the house, being eye candy, being able to comfort their owners, being able to just be cute and fluffy and receive all sorts of pets, to be able to have a little bit of praise for Waggies, and just to get all excited for when you're able to go on the walks, these wonderful adventures. Except you're a special pet, aren't you? You're one that can go on walks just about whenever you want, weather permitting. Being able to go on a nice walk with a nice leash, with just a nice little help from an assistant, to have someone who can help be an owner for you, to get the leash out, have you start wagging, and be able to push you, to encourage you, to let you go on a wonderful, wonderful walk. Because, in a way, these headphones are kind of like a leash. Being able to be attached to a collar that might be only in your ears, little earbuds, or perhaps the wires going down. Being able to be located with whatever device you're using to be able to listen to me. Or maybe you have a more proper calling that you feel comfortable with displaying to the world to let them know that you're a pet too. Perhaps you have a chain that you can go to your pocket, and with holding that, being able to have a little bit of extra guidance on your walk, to be able to go and get that exercise, just wagging and being such a happy pet. If you feel comfortable, I'd love to hear a little bit about your walk and what sort of adventures you went on. Did you go to a store? Did you go to a park? Did you go on a walking trail? Did you just enjoy a shady sidewalk? Or even just do a few laps around the block? Without revealing anything specific about where you went, I'd love to hear what all the pets are up to, and where they also love to enjoy walking the most. So, in the comments section down below, if you want to share, I would encourage you to do so as you go on your walk. That's about all that I have in terms of my regular hypnotic suggestions. However, I can go and ramble on a little bit longer if you'd like, to be able to just give you a bit of bonus content, to be able to give you some praise for waggings, to be able to enjoy the walk a little bit more, because it's such a nice thing for you to be accompanying me on these sorts of walks, to be able to go on all sorts of journeys, to be able to get to know your neighborhood a little bit more, to be able to enjoy the sunlight, or the cloudy days, or the precious nights, being able to just step, going on more and more, to be able to try out some new outfits, perhaps, putting on something a little bit cuter to feel more confident as you're out and about, being able to just go and walk and wander, knowing that there's hundreds, if not thousands, if not millions of other pets going on walks at the same time, being able to just enjoy a little bit of their day, detached from their regular worries in the world, and being able to just let that all be processed, all go by, and in this case, having a little bit of additional assistance. Once you return from your walk, you'll be able to have more of that thought flow through, that ability to think for yourself again, and be as much of a human as you wish to be. But the next time that you go on a walk on your own, you'll be able to feel a little bit more like the pet you are. Perhaps puppy-billed, dog-billed, maybe more exotic, like a pig or a cat or a cow or a horse, trotting amongst the people, the humans, being able to just go and enjoy your journey, being excited for the next time that you'll go on a walk, being able to be motivated to go for another walk in the next week if the weather permits, if it's safe to do so, to be able to go on all sorts of journeys, to be able to find your regular footpaths, and perhaps deviate from it a bit more. I hope that you've had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful walk. And with this time, we should be in around 15 minutes, which means that if you want me to continue with your walkings, you can go ahead and re-listen to this file, or seek out other ones if you want to be a little bit more hazy during your walk. I would recommend either my praise file or my fractionization file if you want to have a little bit more deeper of a trance. With that being said, if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. And if you're on mobile, like I expect you might be, YouTube has released a new feature called Hype, where you can go and hype this video, which will push it out to even more pets. So, if you enjoyed it extra much, do consider that. And lastly, if you want to support me more monetarily, I do have a Patreon, which is linked in the description below. The support allows me to dedicate more time to be making files just like this one. And a special shout out to all of my patrons who have ever supported me before. There, you can even find a Discord server, which you can join for free. I hope that you have a wonderful walk, pup, or kit, or pet, and that this is a nice way to enhance your day. Until next time, bye-bye, and enjoy your walk.